and welcome to Divination with Dani. Feels good to be back. I wasn't really sure I was ever coming back, but missed you guys. I missed this. I missed just being able to share my learning experience. So thank you. And, to Sarah, to the Get Haunted Paranormal podcast program, thank you so much. They were so supportive when I reached out saying that I wanted to give this one more try. And I knew I had already said I was done, right? So I knew there was a chance that it was going to be, no, you said you were done, so you're done. They greeted me with open arms and they were so sweet. So thank you for this opportunity to give this another go. You have no idea how much I appreciate that. Thank you. And I actually have some people on already. Thank you. I really wasn't sure how this was going to go. I'm not gonna lie, I was like super nervous, more so than normal, which is wild because how long have I been doing shows now? But yeah, so I'm back and hopefully things flow a little bit smoother. One of the things that I noticed, I was looking back on old shows, right? One of the things I noticed was you can tell how nervous I am in some of those, and you can tell how I was trying to be so regimented, and it really doesn't work with tarot. Anyone who reads tarot can tell you it's more of a fluid thing. You should never really try to box any of that in. So I'm hoping that this go around, I'm a little bit more fluid with even the information that I give, kind of not so worried about, making sure that I talk about every little note that I have written down. Like, I'm just going to kind of wing it a little bit. But no, before I jump into saying hello to everybody, and I feel like this may or may not help some people. I don't know. I kind of wanted to give an explanation for why I left. And, if there's someone else out there struggling, maybe this will help them realize they're not crazy. They're not alone. So I went through a few, a few very triggering and traumatic experiences, kind of like back to back, one after another. And, it put me in a really weird mindset, and I was just constantly triggered, right? And not doing very well, not sleeping right. When I was sleeping, not restful at all, nightmares, the whole 9 yards. Some of this was regular life experiences, happenings, things that everybody will have to go through at some point in their life. And then some of this was a little bit more paranormal. So there were moments, especially with the paranormal stuff, where I really did feel like I was going crazy. And the lack of just collecting myself, the lack of being grounded left me very grouchy, very unpleasant to be around, right? And then, got my act together. Rob was amazing with, kind of snapping me out of that too. He sat me down and talked to me, and we got through that one big piece of it. And then realized I wasn't happy. I shut down the program because I felt crazy. I felt miserable. I felt like everything I touched fell apart. I felt like everything I did wasn't good enough. And it was just snowballing. And it wasn't, and it wasn't true. It was literally just my triggers. It was literally just things from my past that I had let snowball into something bigger than it actually was. So, after sitting down and talking with Rob and getting my stuff together, I signed back up for therapy. And let me tell you, if anyone needs recommendations for a therapist, BetterHelp, dude, has been so amazing. I definitely recommend going and just giving it a try. Even if you just feel like you need someone to talk to, they're amazing therapists on there. They're all licensed. You can read their background. You can choose who you want. Between that and I realized that I had put down my tarot deck. I had stopped tarot because I thought I wasn't good enough, because I was just an ungrounded mess. So realizing, okay, I'm going to get back on track, I picked my tarot deck back up, and I was doing this whole thing where I would pull a card and I would journal. And the more I was doing that, the more I remembered. And this is one of those things I think I used to harp on too, but I had totally forgotten. It is tarot. Tarot is a way to communicate with your higher self. It's a way to have a conversation with your soul. So the things that were coming up in the cards, if I would pull a card to journal and I would just start journaling, the things that I was holding on to from all the traumatic things that just happened, it was making me face them. And then I was being directed to write it out in a way that I could let it go. So I needed to come back to tarot from that alone, just being able to work with the cards again. And I realized I'm not done. This journey is not over. So if you feel like you're going through something where you're not yourself, or, you feel like you're not good enough, or you feel like if you feel like just, calling it quits, don't do that. Reach out to somebody, go to therapy. You're worth it. Everybody's worth it. Don't ever think that you're not. All right, that's my little rant for that. Just want to let you know, don't ever feel like you can't reach out to somebody. If you honestly feel like you have no one left, reach out to me. I might take me a day or two to get back to you, but I'll listen. If all you need is someone to listen, I can listen. I can do that. Or I can pull some cards for you. But anyway, rant over. Let me say, I can't believe there are people on, guys. You are amazing. Let me say hi to everybody that's on here. Stacy, thank you so much. Hi, Stacy. Mark, how are you? Damien, oh, hi, Damien. Very good morning. Oh, thank you. I'm going to kick my butt today, and I can't. Oh, no. Well, I hope you are resting and letting yourself recover, dear sir. Ryan, hello. Hello. What is this? Flow with the energy. It's not. Yes. Right. Yes. Is that Brandy? Hello, Brandy. Oh, thank you for tuning in. Sandy, hi, love. Sandy, I have to thank you for those dark moments. I was not myself. You were holding it together for me. For those of you who don't know, I do another show with Sandy called Get Social, part of the social media podcast, Get Haunted social media team. It's our podcast. And she was really holding things together when I was kind of out of it. So thank you, Sandy. George, hello. Hello. Hello again. Okay, did I miss anyone? Hopefully not. I think I have everybody. For all of you who tune in later, or if anyone I missed, hello, thank you. Today is going to be more of just catching you guys up on, hey, this is what my game plan is, and hopefully a few of you want some tarot cards pulled, because I am so ready to pull some tarot cards for everyone. So let me know on the side if you want some cards. Really, this is kind of like a fresh, clean slate for me, right? This is going to be Divination with Dani, just like, boom. This is episode 1. So from here on out, this is a whole new podcast. I really do want to get into different big topics and then mix in some fun little topics also. So like a big thing for me right now, especially with everything I had just been through, energy exchange. Like how does that work? And that does tie into tarot, because when you're reading tarot, there is an exchange of energy that happens. A lot of people don't really consider that when reading cards, but there is this whole energy exchange that happens with tarot. I do want to, and I'm going to have to take some time with this one. It's going to be down the road, but I do want to talk about the Golden Dawn, because that's a big part of tarot, at least from my perspective, because the Rider-Waite-Smith deck and the Thoth deck, they all came out of the Golden Dawn. So there's that. Pamela Coleman-Smith, she does the artwork for the Rider-Waite-Smith deck, and she was a beautiful woman, and I would love to be able to just honor her with an episode. I kind of like, so, okay, when I do these readings for you guys, right, I kind of do 3-card pull, but I do my little triangle thing that I do for my morning tarot cards with you guys, just because it's a little bit easier for just like a quick tarot pull. But I think I want to mix in an episode or two where I do the Celtic Cross. It's a little bit more in depth. So I probably only pull for 1 or 2 people, but I feel like, or even just explaining what the Celtic Cross is, because it's much more in depth, and it gives you a lot more information on a question or for your next couple of months. So there are some big topics coming in, and I think I'm going to mix in where I'll probably start this off with a short or something where I'll shuffle the deck and pull a card, and whatever card that is, that next episode, first just some shorter fun episodes that aren't so in depth and won't take so much research on my end, because, when these big episodes, I do want to give you guys correct information. So there's that. Oh, and, thank you. I see there's some people that want cards. Thank you. Okay. Before I dive into that, part of this is I want to be able to do Q&As, and I want to be able to have episodes where we talk about tarot stories. So any of you who have experiences with tarot, or if you do read tarot for people and there's an experience that you can tell without giving away private information from a reading, I want you to reach out to me. I have an email address now, guys, divinationwithdani@gmail.com. So if you have any tarot questions that you would like answered, or if you have any suggestions for a future episode, send them to me. I would love to read those, and I would love to be able to respond. So questions I'll answer. If it's we can do a whole episode of Q&As where I can take one question and I can really build out the answer for it. And we can do a whole episode per question. Even your experiences. I would love to hear your experiences that you've had with tarot. And then maybe we do an episode out of that. If you're okay with me sharing it on an episode, I would love to share out your experiences. Hey, Kimberly. Hi, love. Okay, so I'm pretty sure I saw Stacy wanted card reading. Let me go up here. You know, it's funny. You would think that I'm a little bit more comfortable with scanning for the side. Okay. Stacy. Oh, Randy, I see that you wanted one too. I will get you next, honey. All right. So my setup's a little bit, I tried to set this up a little bit different. Let me do it this way. Nope. Yes. So what I noticed on my old episodes is like I'm looking away from the camera. So I tried really hard to set this up. So I'm still facing all of you while I'm reading cards. We'll see how this goes. This is for Stacy. Okay. Oh, you got your two cards right there. Okay. So, oh, I like this. Can you guys see these? Let's see. Give me 5 seconds here. Hold on. That one is got to be the way I do it, I guess. Huh. All right. I thought I had another setting on here. Apparently I don't. All right. Let me see. It's may look wonky, but we're going to do this. Yeah, you can see the cards a little better. Okay, Stacy. So for you, what I'm seeing here, Ace of Pentacles along with Knight of Swords. And what is that? 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 of Pentacles. Okay, so Pentacles are they're grounding. And I love with the Ace of Pentacles, you have this beautiful path and this lush garden. So it's like you're moving into these possibilities, right? So you have something that's going to be very grounding or very financially lucrative. There's something to do either with your finances or your security or both, right? So you're coming out of a haze. So if there was a little bit of questioning where you were coming from, or if there was a little bit of struggle, not going down a path that you thought you wanted to go down, you're coming out of that now. The path is clearing before you. You have this amazing direction to go, and this is going to be very fruitful for you, right? So you're coming in with your Knight of Swords is cutting through. He's cutting through the clouds. He's cutting through the bullshit. He's cutting through all that stuff that was kind of getting in your way before. That stuff that had been in front of the path that you couldn't go anywhere, right? That's getting all cut away. You're also like your thought processes with this, right? Because with the Knight of Swords, he's just like, he's going for it. He's going to have that quick wit. He's going to know exactly what he needs to do to get to where he needs to be. So any kind of new thought processes that come to you with, even if it seems like it's coming out of nowhere, run with it. It's going to be a really good thing because you're coming into, all this is leading you to being very comfortable and grounded and secure. And this whole scenery, right? It's very lush scenery. She's very comfortable with her surroundings. She's in control she has her little falcon right there. She's very much in control of her surroundings, comfortable. So you're coming into this very grounded, fruitful venture. So the path is clearing for you. Something big, something good is coming your way. So hopefully that makes some kind of sense. If not, touch base with me. We'll pull more cards in. But that looks amazing. I love that. What is it? I gotta pull this up real quick. Hold on. The goal of giving readings. Client asks advice. Divination gives advice. Client ignores it. Yes, that happens. Oh, that's amazing. All right, perfect. Yay, I love that. All right, Brandy, I'm pretty sure I saw you wanted one, right? Did I not see Ghost Girl on here? There she is. All right. So while I'm doing this, Brandy, how you been? I feel like I have not talked to you in a really long time. Hopefully things are going really good for you. You know, not that this is a necessity, but I really feel like if I could learn how to do some really cool shuffles, would be worth it, right? I started watching a lot more tarot podcasts, and some of those people do the most amazing shuffles, and I'm just like, okay. All right, let's see what we can read with that. That's a big part of why I do 3 cards too, because I feel like, well, 1 card is enough to give you information. 3 cards build the story, right? Okay, so when I'm looking at this, okay, what I'm seeing now, take this, if you see something completely different, please go with what you're seeing, and I'm going to pull another card for clarification. And yes, I did turn them around because I am playing with reversals, but I also, when I picked up the deck, I knew that I picked it up upside down. So, so what I'm seeing here is so you're either just now ending or just coming out of, you're definitely coming out of. So if it hasn't happened yet, you're about to. There's a situation where you either felt that you didn't get what you wanted, you didn't feel some sort of fulfillment from this relationship or this dealing or this situation or this interaction with a partnership. There's some interaction with another person or group of people. Actually, it could be a group of people. There's some form of disappointment or heartache, because as you can see, like the swords are kind of going through the heart. There's never really sunshine and rainbows with that card, but it's one of those almost like it needed to happen to be able to clear something for you. Like, have you ever had a situation that really sucked, right? But you didn't realize it really sucked until after it was over, and you're like, oh my God, I'm so glad things fell apart the way they did. That's what I'm seeing here. So you're coming out of some sort of heartbreak or disappointment or disapproval, but it leads you to this situation where you're moving on. You're moving on to this beautiful scenario, the calmer waters. You're leaving all that crud, all the crud that caused this. You're leaving it behind, right? You're coming into a lot calmer water. You're able to take this big breath of fresh air that you haven't been able to do before, and you're going to be able to sit with whatever the situation was. You're going to be able to look back on it, like, and very soon, if you can't already, it's going to be super soon, where you're going to be like, you know what? I'm glad that fell apart. I'm glad that didn't happen the way I thought it needed to, because you're going to be able to have this amazing, things are going to fall into place for you now. Like, there's going to be a path that falls into place for you where you're going to find this comfort, this stability even within yourself. Like, it's not even going to be something that someone gives to you. This is something you've earned for you, where you're going to feel very grounded. You're going to see that you had more resources for yourself than you ever thought you did. And you can see in the King's face, he looks very content, very peaceful. It's just, you're coming into such a better vibe. And let me pull one more card for this. But you're headed in a good direction. I don't know if you can see, like, there's a castle. We have like everything about the King of Pentacles. I always love that card. He always looks so nice. Yeah. So this is one of those, like, a decision's been made, right? A decision's been made. And this is one of those, the universe is lining everything up. You're waiting for your ship. I don't know if you can see this. There are little ships in the background. You've made a decision, and you're just waiting for the things to fall into place for you to be able to take that next big step on your journey. So hopefully this makes some sense. If not, if you saw something completely different, go for it. All right, perfect. Oh, yay. Okay, good. All right, guys, bear with me. Bear with me. Okay, let's see. We had, I always feel like I forget that there is a way to start things. Oh, Sandy, did you say you and Charlotte? Ah, okay, let me do one for you and Charlotte. Aw, okay, so this one will be for Sandy and Charlotte. We'll do one together, and then if I have a hard time reading it, we'll do them separate. Is that okay? If not okay, yell at me on the side. Actually, let me bring my things down here. So in case Sandy is trying to yell at me. Oh no, can you guys see Leo in the background? He is my co-host. He is in the back. If you hear snoring, so his new thing is he pretends like he's sleeping. So he does this like really big snoring sound, and then you walk over to him and he like gets up and wags his tail. Okay. Oh, hey, is Miss Charlotte feeling better? Okay. Oh, hello. Hey, everyone piling in. Hi. Okay, so what I'm seeing here is, yes, okay. So what I'm seeing here is there's this, you almost have like, I always say, I don't know why I do this. I'm always like, when I talk, this is one of those cards. Well, I always see this as like a divining card, right? You're divinely guided towards something here. So, if see this card right here. So was there something that there was maybe a struggle or something that came up recently that you weren't expecting for it to happen? Because this is going to be something where you're actually being guided through this. So consider any of your little signs that you may be getting. Consider any like random advice that's going on. Oh, good. I'm glad she's doing better. Good. Yeah, seriously. And maybe this has something to do with that too. So what I'm seeing here is like you're being guided out of something. So if there's like a situation that was kind of yucky or you didn't really like, didn't flow the way that you wanted it to, what I'm seeing here with the Hermit is the staff and the lantern are really sticking out to me. That combined with your star. So your star is like divine guidance, your guiding light, right? So I feel like you're being guided out of a situation into a really good situation because your Knight of Wands, he's one of those nights where you're taking action, but this is going to be in like the physical realms. This will be like anything to do with like, work or with just even with your household, honestly. So you're moving into a situation. I don't know why this is really sticking out to me too. So this might be something a little bit more heartfelt. The green in that is really popping out to me. Let me pull another card for this. Can you hear that? Okay, so the rebalance of the give and take here. So when the Six of Pentacles comes up, this is one of those where you're in a situation where you have gained for this one because you're being guided, because you have your Knight of Wands here. I want to say you're coming into a time where you're going to have more of some resource, whether this be like physical, emotional, financial, some kind of a resource is going to, your scale is going to be retipped. So you're going to be able to share with others. So whether this is like emotion or, physical, being able to help somebody or financial or emotional, like there's some kind of give and take has been tipped to where you're in a comfortable spot where you can give to others if you see that they need it. I don't know if that makes sense. I feel like I'm rambling with this one, but I am trying to like keep it like family oriented. So maybe that's where I'm struggling with this one. But if that doesn't make sense, Sandy, you can hit me up. We can do the Celtic Cross later if you want more on that one. But I feel like there's this whole like being guided thing. So look for little signs. Hey, can you guys see Leo? He moved. I don't know if you can see him in the back. Paranormal theory. Let's see. Was that? Did I miss anyone? Card. Oh, yes, I did. Ryan, let's get you a card. So what did everyone do this weekend, by the way? I know Get Haunted was out in, what was that, West Point, Kentucky. They had the trifecta this weekend. Very exciting. Kaylee, if you see this, I did see that you messaged me. I just didn't get a chance to look at your message yet. Saw something about the word alien, though, so I'm definitely excited to check that out. All right, so this is for Ryan. Oh, I love this card. It's the Eight of Wands. It's such a good card. And it's so funny because This card to me always resembles things falling into place. And I had actually listened to a podcast recently where they don't read it that way. They actually read it as a negative, and it kind of blew me away. When they explained to themselves, I get where they were coming from, but it just goes to show that cards are such a personal experience, and like what you pull out of the symbolism, it'll change a whole reading for some people. I love this reading. Oh my gosh, Brian, are you still watching? I hope you're still watching, because this is such a fun. Okay, so you have your your Eight of Wands, which, like I was saying, it looks like everything's just kind of falling right into place. Any kinds of obstacles that you may have had, they're going to start clearing out. So if you still are feeling obstacles now, if you're still getting those bumps in the road, give it time. They're clearing. You have your Knight of Cups, right? So your Knight kind of goes for things. So go, if you have something that you're very passionate about, and if this is something where maybe you weren't so free to just run for it before, this is where the wands are coming into play with this. The Knight of Cups really goes after his passions, and he's very just like heartfelt in all of his endeavors. So like, get excited about your passions, go for them, run with it, because your Chariot, he's a victor, right? He is one of those, he wins the race. He is able to balance things out. No, this isn't going to be something that's just handed to you, because everything with the Chariot is all about balance and fighting for it and just being victorious because you're being guided. There's the whole like heaven and earth. There's the balance. There's everything about this card is just, he's a warrior, dude. The look on him is determination. Very good card for just winning whatever you go after, because you have the know-how, you have the means, you have the sheer grit to get through whatever you need to. Good news is things are clearing for you, so you're not going to have to fight too hard. You just know that you're going to have to put a little bit of effort into it, and it is yours. Yes. So with this one, what is this? This is the 8? 6, yep, 8. So 8 of Pentacles, you see this man is working on his craft, right? He is putting time and energy, and just each time he creates something new, it's a little bit better than the last one. So just really honing in on your skill set. So you got some amazing energy flowing your way, man. All right, I have to put this up because I need to read this here. Got an investigation next month at Castle. What does the card say will happen? It could be, it'll be clash of energy. I've never been here. Oh, Damien, I want to read cards for this. Okay. You guys have no idea how much you've made my Sunday. Thank you so much for asking for cards. This is perfect. This is exactly what I needed. And hopefully these readings are making sense to you guys. Okay, so this is for Damien. He wants to know just a card pull for the investigation, how it's going to go at this castle. I love that you're getting to investigate a castle. Anytime you post pictures of scenery around there, is this a castle that's somewhat close to home, or is this going to be a big travel for you? Okay, so this is for Damien's investigation of the castle. How's this going to go? Okay. Oh, I like this. It doesn't look like you're going to have any big issues or anything. Oh, okay. So let me pull another card here. So it looks like this is going to be a very successful investigation. So it looks like you are going to possibly make some contact. If you want to make contact with specific spirits or energies, you probably are going to have an opportunity. You know, if it doesn't actually happen, you're going to have a very good opportunity to do so. Though I do think you probably will get a lot of interaction. I do see like the victory wreath here, their celebration. I'm just feeling like if you're going with certain people, I don't know if you're going with a group, I don't know if you've been with this group before, but I feel like it's going to work really well together. Like it's going to come, like this whole team's going to be a really good foundation for each other. You're going to get what you're looking. I feel like this might be a little bit more draining than you realize. The 4 of Swords is all about rest. I'm going to pull another card here. Yes. Okay. Hold on. One more. So the choices that you make on this are going to be good choices. You have the opportunity. The world is in your hands right now. This is going to be an amazing, amazing adventure. while you're there, now keeping in mind, like, I'm not condoning that you antagonize or provoke. I don't like that. You do you, however you do your investigations. With the King of Swords, though, this is all about like, if it gets, I don't know why I want to say it with the King of Swords with this, but like if it gets too close to provoking, if that's the style you're going to go down, just make sure you choose your words wisely, because you don't want to overly piss anything off, if that makes any sense. So just like choose your investigation styles that are going to fit the vibe while you're there, and just make sure that when you're speaking to the energies, that you're speaking as respectfully as possible, if that makes sense, because this is going to be a lot of interaction. And you'd rather it be fun interaction, right? You don't want something scaring you completely the entire time, right? You don't, yeah. Take your time and rest after this one, Damien, please. It's going to be a lot more, I think, than it seems like it's going to be a lot more than you're going to be walking and expecting. So amazing investigation. Make sure you rest afterwards. Yeah, hopefully let me know how it goes, because I want to know now. I'm really excited about that. Hey, Andy, hello. Okay, let's see. Yeah, he totally is. I don't know if you can see his little butt walking back and forth. Okay, let's see. Oh, I love that. Thank you. Okay. Oh, thank you so much. Hi, Stacy. Hello. Icy Spirits, what's up? Hey, I miss you. I feel like it's been forever since I've seen you, too. Okay, perfect. Yes, please do. Let's see. I think, is that everybody? Jay, what's up, man? Hi. Okay, so I mean, 2 hours isn't bad for travel, right? I don't think. Is that Adam? Adam's on. Hello, and love a reading in regard to our new move back to Bethlehem. Yes, let me pull some cards for your move. Oh, I love this. And how are you, Adam? It's so good to see you or hear from you. Okay, so cards for the new move. I feel like I need to do this real quick. Okay. Oh, Paranormal Theory, you're absolutely getting a reading. Yes. All right, so this is for Adam for the new home. Move to the new home. Oh, I love that. I love the Queen of Pentacles. I think she has this very calm, serene feel about her. Pentacles are always great for like grounded, for grounding, financial, for things of the earth. Adam. Let me pull another card and I can build the story out for you. Okay, hold on. I need one more. Let's see. So, yes. Okay. Oh, one more. Okay. I don't know if you can see. I know I pulled them all funny. I will explain this. Okay. So your Queen of Pentacles. So this whole card pull was for just a reading in regards to the move to your new home in Bethlehem. And so we have the Queen of Pentacles. She is very nurturing, very grounded. She's contemplating she's looking down, lovingly contemplating the pentacle that she's holding in her hand. So this is something that this move seems like this would be something that has been like you're cherishing this opportunity, right? It's very you're nurturing it, you're very excited about it. And this is coming at a time where you just feel like this is one of those cards of just luck, just amazingness, like having everything that you need at your disposal. Yeah, I said that right, I think. Just like cups of plenty, right? You need for nothing. This is a card of luck. This is a good move. I feel like this is one of those things where you've put so much love and so much excitement into this, and Lady Luck is kind of on your side here. There may have been a moment here, which is why I pulled other cards, because I wanted to know how to read this one. There may have been a moment, and if you see something different in this, Adam, let me know, because I don't know how this story flows on your end, because you're the one going through it. But it just looks like there had been a moment where maybe things did not go exactly how you had hoped or intended. It's like there's this moment of, oh, like all this excitement, and then like, oh no. But not all was lost, right? Like, so something may not have gone as planned, but you still have these amazing opportunities here. So like something transformed out of that, if that makes any sense to you at all. So like there would have been like the road bump, but you cleared through it. You still have the stability, is able to like control the situation in a way, which left you with you may have actually had a little bit of guidance from either someone of authority, or maybe even from like a spiritual realm. Like maybe you caught some signs, or you asked for some like guidance from whatever it is, like whoever you believe in, or this would have been a person of authority stepped in to help you, or you got advice from somebody in an authoritative state. And your Queen of Wands, she's one of those, like, she sits on her throat. She's just in control of, like, when I look at her, I think of like being one with your surroundings, being one with nature. She's almost got that witchy vibe, right? Like, so being able to manifest. So like, for me, when I connect with the Queen of Wands, it is that earthy, witchy magic in the making kind of, but you make your own magic, which brings back to, you know, Lady Luck being on your side. So this feels like this is a really big, this has been a journey already for you, or you're going through that process now. So if you haven't hit that bump in the road yet, there's possibly a bump coming. Just know, please know, it's not the end. You have, this whole thing is it'll end well. Like, if you need to reach out for advice from somebody, reach out for advice or look for your signs. It's a good move. I think there's a lot of stability and a lot of being able to manifest like hopes and dreams, and like, and build, and just, you know, build your life there. I think this is a good move for you. A little mini adventure. I like this. What is this? We had to push our closing date. Oh my gosh. Okay. Oh, that's so cool. And not cool that you had to push the date, but like it matches. So it means like, not like, it's okay. So things are they're going to go so good for you. Wow, didn't mean to say, oh, that's so cool I was just excited that it was accurate. I'm sorry. Wow, that sounded so bad. Let's see. Oh, paranormal theory. I'm going to pull cards for you guys. All right, paranormal theory. Hey, if anyone on here is not already subscribed to Paranormal Theory, you can find them on YouTube, Facebook as well. Go subscribe, like, share it out with your friends. They are amazing. They do these really fun investigations. I saw something about a solo. Didn't one of you do like a solo investigation? I just saw something. I think I want to scrolling past on YouTube. Paranormal theory. Also, Ryan has this new shirt design, which is really cool, and I'm so excited I got one. Okay, for paranormal theory. Well, I guess we're getting those three. Okay. Oh, I like this. I like this. Let me pull one more card here. Okay, so I don't know that I want to say 3 is company, but I also, okay, so I need another card here. Hold on. So this could be celebration, like, you know, something new in the works. This could have been something. All right, I don't think it's 3 is company. I think there's something. What are you guys, you're holding yourself back from something, or you had been holding yourself back? I need another card. Hold on. Yes. Okay. This goes with this. All right. You're in a moment of being able to celebrate just new and upcoming things. There was a moment here, and I think you're already through this moment, or you're working through this moment right now, which is why I wanted to pull the extra cards for it. So there's either you're either beating yourselves up, or there was maybe I don't know if it was a location, but something that you weren't letting yourself get past, like you were holding yourself back from something. This would have been something where it was, you were telling yourself all these different reasons why you couldn't step past this one thing. This could be emotional, physical, this could be fear-based, or this could be like you want to go to a location, but you don't know how you're going to figure this out. You needed to just stop, rest, take a deep breath. So if you're in this now, if you're in this moment of like just feeling struggle, feeling restricted, even just restriction, like feeling of restricted, you're more building anxiety for yourself than you realize here. So you need to take a moment to just breathe. Maybe you're overworking yourselves. Maybe you're pushing too hard to get those locations out. All I know is giving yourself a moment to rest and just collect your thoughts brings you to this place of, bro, you got this, right? The victory wreath, the celebration, the foundations. And you have the Empress, who is, she is phenomenal. She is like goddess worthy, right? Look at her. She's sitting on this, in this lush field, right? She has all these amazing pillows. Like, I want these big comfy pillows like she has. And she's this amazing, beautiful glow about her. This is one of those women, like she knows what she wants. She's going to go get it. She got it, right? So you have this powerhouse of this beautiful energy around you. There is reason to celebrate. Whatever anxiety or whatever has been going on, just give yourself a minute. You get through it. Let's see. I'll put more for this one. I don't know if any of this makes sense. I'm just running with it. Okay, yep. Decisions. One more. Okay. Oh, do you see this? Okay, look. So this whole, and this flows from the Empress here, right? So getting that moment to like take the deep breath and like figuring out your next move forward is actually going to be not as hard for you as it might feel in the beginning. Like, it's going to be pretty easy for you. The world's in your hands. You just deep breath, make your decision. Boom, this beautiful fresh energy flows in. You got your goddess vibes flowing. There's going to be a lot of things that work out where you're like, whoa, how did that work out? Like, this is awesome. You're excited. But yeah, I feel like almost like divinely guided in some of these. So pay attention. I feel like you got some energy that helps you out. Oh, for real? Okay, cool. Good. I'm glad. It's hard. Like, these kinds of things are hard when you don't have the person to like ask questions or like to pick up on body language. And I know that sounds horrible, but like body language, the way people answer questions, like all of that feeds into the energy of how you read your cards. It just does. So we have 15 minutes. Okay, good. Because I thought as soon as it left my mouth, I was like, that is so stupid to say that way. Okay, let's see. Oh, thank you. This is sweet. CNR, yes, you may totally get a reading. CNR Paranormal. I love this. I forgot how much I love pulling cards for people. Let me put this up so I can focus on that. Okay, if you ever see me knocking on the cards, and I'll actually do an episode on clearing your cards. So if you ever see, if I like look like I'm shaking them or if I'm knocking on them, it's just to kind of like clear the energy of the deck. Or sometimes it helps me refocus too, like it's almost like, I don't want to say placebo effect, but it helps me reset as much as it resets the energy of the cards, if that makes any sense at all. Okay, this is the most talking I've done all week, actually. And this was my week off. I took vacation and hung out with Leo. He's not much of a conversationalist. Okay, this is for CNR Paranormal. She's such a beautiful card. I love her. Ooh, okay. Need a card, build the story. So Three of Pentacles is about give and take of information, of sharing your skill sets and listening to other people. Ooh, and Wheel of Fortune. Okay, one more. And the Wheel of Fortune is great because it's, I don't know if you can see, like, there's all these amazing mythical creatures, like a very big power creatures, right? All with books. There's Anubis. There's the Sphinx. There's all these different. There are different symbols in here that I cannot remember the name. I think I did a whole episode. If I didn't, we're going to, because I feel like this is worth its own episode. The thing with the Wheel of Fortune is knowledge, power through knowledge, right? And the whole cycle of the wheel, things coming around. Okay, here we go. So you have, excuse me, my chair's creaking. Queen of Pentacles she's nurturing and grounding, and it's almost like you're building the groundwork in a way, but like through nurturing, through care, through putting your time and energy and building through that, if that makes any kind of sense. So whatever, there's a project or there's something going on right now, or even if it's just investigations or with friends and family, there's some area where you're pouring a lot of love into I want to say foundations. This could be like a financial situation where you're like saving up for something, but I just feel like this is more about your physical, like the groundedness of either like your group or your family. And this is one of those things where all that nurturing, all that building is coming in the form of the give and take, and then in the sharing of knowledge and listening to one another, and like, here, this is what I am, like, this is my artwork here, please, and they're asking questions, and they're like, oh, what if this, what if that? So like just building it together, if that makes any sense. Like they're building this pillar basically together. You have the one craftsman made the pillar, and they're admiring it, and they're asking, like, there's a conversation going on in this card. Okay, this is my interpretation. If you see something different, please go with what you're seeing. This give and take and the sharing of knowledge also comes in with your Wheel of Fortune. Like you're on an uptick with the way your luck is flowing, with the way energy is flowing to you. You are building, you're nurturing, you're learning, and you're growing, and all of this just builds up into this amazing situation of abundance, of being able to manifest, of being able to feel comfortable in your surroundings. So whatever project or situation you have going on right now, or if you're just trying to reconnect with people, or if you're trying to expand, this is something that just through time and care and sharing of information, you're going to go very far with this. And this is going to be a very, I don't know if lucrative is the right word for this, but very solid groundwork that you're building right now. So whatever you're doing, keep doing it. It's amazing. So Thomas, hi Tom, how's it going? So everybody, yeah, thank you so much for tuning in tonight. We have a couple more minutes. If I missed somebody that said they wanted cards, shout out to me right now. We have a couple minutes left. I do want to bring this back up though. Let me take the cards down for a minute. I do want to Kale, oh my gosh, hi, how are you? I love you. Hi Candy, how are you, love? Oh, what is this? We've been doing this for 2 years, and we have a podcast now. I'm trying to put out. Oh, that's amazing! I love that. Okay, cool. That's so fun. So look, you're building. You're pouring your heart and soul into this. Well, thank you. You'll take one to. Okay, perfect. Yes. I definitely have time for you. Absolutely. Let me bring these back up. Oh, Candy, I feel like I haven't talked to you in forever either. So many people. Candy has been super busy with, okay, let me see. Hopefully I don't mess this up. I'm sorry. I trip over my words all the time. Candy, help me with the name of the expo. It is the Rock Island Roadhouse Esoteric Expo. If I got that wrong, please drop it in the comments, everybody. It's going to be phenomenal. This thing is going to be so huge and such an amazing connection for the community, and I cannot wait to go to this thing. It's going to be October 4th. So many amazing people, so many amazing groups. Rock Island Roadhouse Esoteric Expo, phenomenal. Did I say it right when I said it? Oh my gosh. Yeah, everybody check it out, please. And if you have time and you're wherever you're at, October 4th, make it a vacation. You will not be sorry. This is for Candy. Oh, I love this. Okay. Yeah, some good foundations. Lots of pentacles tonight. Ooh, and the moon. Oh, pull one more for the moon. So I love the moon card. There's a lot that can go into the moon card, right? There is the whole facing your fears. There is a little bit of like a mystic or esoteric travel in there. I feel like because the little crawfish coming out of the water, I feel like there's this whole, there's a lot of almost like paranormal that goes into that. Okay, one more for that. Okay. That goes with those. Okay, so Candy, what if you see something different than what I see? Like always, please go with what you're seeing. Okay, so what I'm seeing here is you're in a spot where you have the solid foundations, right? You have what you need, everything is secure. There may be a little bit of apprehension there that you don't. I don't know if you can see like how he's really holding on to that one pentacle, like kind of like holding on to it for dear life. Sometimes this card can warn about miserliness. I don't think it's miserliness this time. I think this is having the security, but at the same time being a little bit anxious, that thinking that you don't have as much as you actually do, which is where I think the moon comes into play here too. Like this is one of those just having to sit with like, okay, almost like a facing your fears kind of a situation, or having to sit down with something that might not necessarily a fear, but something that wouldn't be something that you'd be excited to sit down with. Like this could be even like just having to figure something out, like a path forward, right? Because the Ace of Pentacles here, there's a path. It was upside down, so possibly struggling with looking for a path. But here's the thing, when you sit with it, you have your 10 of Cups is one of those where it's like everything falling into place. This is one of those where like you can close the chapter. You did amazing. You have everything that you need. There's a happy little family, rainbow, sunshine, you know, the beautiful home in the distance. So this is one of those where any anxiety that you might have about where you're at in a situation, it's not what you think it is. It's good. Things are good. You're secure. If you do have some form of like anxiety over how you're going to get to a certain thing or how you're going to figure a certain thing out, just take a deep breath. Things are going to fall into place. If you have a certain belief system, like, you know, praying or whatever you do to make yourself feel a little bit more connected, you can try asking for guidance that way. You're good. You're going to come to a very good conclusion here. And this is one of those things where you're learning as you go. You're building upon every success. You're getting to build a little bit more. Everything is a stepping stone for this next big, amazing moment. So you're headed in a really good direction. And this is one of those things that's only going to get better as time goes on. So whatever you have going on right now, it's really good. And if you need anything extra on this, hit me up later. We can go through the cards. Okay, perfect. Okay, good. I love when things make sense like that. Yeah, Dani, absolutely. We'll pull cards for you really quick. Absolutely. Okay. Oh, thank you, Kayla. You made my night. Thank you. Okay. Oh, I love the Queen of Cups. She always has like this little bit. I don't know if you can see her. I gotta work on my lighting. That is one thing we're gonna work on for this new season. The lighting. The Queen of Cups is just very like, she looks comfortable. She almost looks a little bit like sultry, very mysterious. She's got this, she's connected to her emotion. She's very connected to her intuition. Let's see where she's guiding us here. Okay. One more to build this story out. Okay, and then one more for the Knight of Wands. Okay, so I feel like okay, I love the Death card. So anyone who's seeing this and going, oh my gosh, Death card's a good card, okay? Hear me out. So we have the Queen of Cups, right? So this is almost like Queen of Cups, Two of Wands, and your Knight of Wands. And then I pulled the Death card just I wanted a little bit of clarification on what direction these three cards were going. Some kind of transformative, like you're going through a transformation. You're like, it's almost like you're leveling up here. So Queen of Cups, you're either... And these two, I kind of feel like they're kind of combined here, like one thing. You're having to make a decision here. And this is something that if you're not excited now, you're going to find excitement in it, because I feel like I'm feeling a lot of excitement as I'm looking at this, especially with like the Knight of Wands. There's like passion that goes with this. So either having to, you're either leaning into your intuition, or this is something that is to help build yourself for yourself. If this makes any sense, I'm going to pull another card for that because I feel like I can better explain that, and I'm not. There's going to be a lot of passion and drive that goes into this decision. The intuition, like the honing in, like letting your senses guide you in this is going to be key. I feel like you're way more in tune than you actually give yourself credit for. Yeah. So I don't know if you're moving house or if you're doing some kind of like a big, okay, this is either you're moving house or some kind of a big move in like work, or just a move that in a way is going to transform you in some way. Even if it's not physical, it's going to feel like a whole new you or a whole new situation. Don't know if that makes any sense, but your Ace of Wands is like a new beginning, a new start. Moving house, moving, some kind of movement, especially since you're going over water with this, because right away I saw the river. So you're either physically moving or this is an emotional move. But this is something where this whole process, especially since, you know, the intuition and the world in the Two of Wands really is leaving me to believe that this is about planting those seeds for your intuition, for your being confident in your own being, for just moving for, you're building a whole new you in a way, if this makes any kind of sense. Okay, amazing. All right, cool. So especially if you're working with a paranormal group like intuition, yes, okay, I'm glad that makes sense to you, because that's where I'm like, there's something with all of that. And this is one of those, it's transformative. When I see the Death card, this is one of those, you're leaving the things that you no longer serve you, all of the baggage, all the things that are holding you back from doing this one big thing. Okay, all right, perfect. Then that's where I'm getting all those cues from. That's amazing. So whatever you're doing right now, it's tenfold. You're going to be you're way more intuitive than I think you realize, even though like working on it and everything, you got this. Just, this is so exciting for you. This is exciting. This means there's a whole new adventure ahead of you, especially if you're going to be tuned in. That is so cool. Dani, thank you so much for letting me pull cards for you. That was so exciting. We are at the hour mark. I just want to thank everybody for tuning in for my first episode back. I know there was no real structure to it. We'll have bigger subjects and a few of them coming up, but thank you so much for your time, for your energy, for letting me pull cards for you. And if you have any tarot questions you would like answered, if you have any suggestions for upcoming shows, or if you just want to share a tarot experience with me, please reach out, divinationwithdani at gmail.com, and I will try to answer any questions. I will take suggestions full-heartedly, and if you allow me to share your experiences, I would love to have an episode where we get to share experiences. But everybody, thank you so much. And I hope the rest of your Sunday is amazing and that you have a beautiful, beautiful week ahead of you. All right. Thank you so much. Take care, guys.